Denmark, a land of serene landscapes, historic cities, and ancient castles, hides many secrets. Among these secrets lies Dragsholm Castle, one of the oldest castles in Denmark, known not only for its architectural beauty but also for its dark history and chilling hauntings. This story unfolds in the present day, where a group of historians and paranormal investigators embark on a journey to uncover the mysteries hidden within the castle's walls. What they find is far more terrifying than any of them could have imagined. The sun was setting over the picturesque landscape of Zealand, casting long shadows over Dragesholm Castle. The air was thick with anticipation as Dr. Emily Foster, a historian specializing in European medieval history, and her team arrived at the castle. Emily had been fascinated by Dragsholm's history for years, particularly the legends of its hauntings. With her were David, a seasoned paranormal investigator, Sarah, a tech expert, and Mark, a local historian with deep knowledge of Danish folklore. The castle's caretaker, Henrik, greeted them at the entrance. Henrik was an elderly man, with a demeanor that suggested he had seen things that he would rather forget. He led the team through the grand entrance hall, its high ceilings and ornate decorations a stark contrast to the oppressive feeling that seemed to hang in the air. "You should know," Henrik began, his voice low and serious, "this castle has a dark past. Many who have come to investigate its secrets have left with more questions than answers. Some have not left at all." On their first night, the team set up their equipment in the old dungeon, reputed to be one of the most haunted areas of the castle. As they reviewed the history of Dragsholm, Emily recounted the tale of the White Lady, a ghostly figure seen wandering the halls. Legend had it that she was a young noblewoman, imprisoned by her own father for loving a commoner. She was said to have died in captivity, and her spirit now roamed the castle, searching for her lost love. As the night wore on, strange things began to happen. The temperature dropped suddenly, and an eerie, disembodied voice echoed through the dungeon. Sarah's equipment picked up inexplicable electromagnetic fluctuations, and David captured faint whispers on his audio recorder. Emily felt a chill run down her spine. "Do you feel that?" she asked, her breath visible in the cold air. "It's like we're being watched." The next day, the team explored the castle's chapel. Henrik had told them of another ghost, the Grey Monk, who was often seen praying at the altar. This spirit was believed to be a monk who had been walled up alive for breaking his vows. As they entered the chapel, a sense of dread enveloped them. The air was thick with the scent of incense, and the candles flickered as if disturbed by an unseen force. David set up his camera near the altar, while Mark recited an old Danish prayer. Suddenly, a cold breeze swept through the chapel, extinguishing the candles. In the dim light, they saw a shadowy figure kneeling at the altar, its head bowed in silent prayer. The figure slowly turned, revealing a face twisted in agony. The team watched in horror as the monk's ghostly form dissipated into the air. Emily was particularly interested in the story of James Hepburn, the 4th Earl of Bothwell, who had been imprisoned in Dragsholm Castle and died there in 1578. His ghost was said to haunt the castle's upper floors. Determined to make contact, Emily and her team ventured to the Earl's former cell. The cell was small and damp, with only a narrow window providing a glimpse of the outside world. As they conducted their investigation, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. They heard the sound of chains rattling and a deep, sorrowful moan. Emily felt a hand on her shoulder, but when she turned, there was no one there.